Libra. Libra, 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 Libra. What? This is another, just like I did Virgo, I did Cancer, now I'm doing Libra. Randomly. Why? Because I'm divinely led to do this shit. Why? Because we're in Gemini season and the last, what was it, the full moon? I forget when it's a full moon until I look up in the sky and notice it's a full moon. And this one looked a little like colorful a little bit. And I looked it up and it said flower moon. So that's a lot about death and transformation. There's a lot of stuff like that going on. Okay. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I'm eccentric RockStar'Seed, and I'm doing a random read for Libra. Why are you doing a random read for Libra? Because Libra, you something to deal with. Like you got a lot to handle. Sure, you're a fat ass. I don't know if you got a fat ass or if you're a man, which your big dick. There, you something to play with. Keep in mind, take what resonates. Leave what does not. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. As I was sitting here meditating over your energy, these cards stuck out to me. This is one mass to the conglomerate. You see how this is a more moral, ethical belief. This is a lifestyle. You dig? And then there's this side. That's you. I'm gonna tell you all the stuff I've been picking up on. So don't give up on your dreams because you've been attacked way too much. Do not give up on your dreams. Like you're at the finish line. I think you're kind of crossing the finish line. Okay. So I can see how you're accustomed to people cloaking themselves in your energy so much they forget. I feel like I see the old clipping of Nicki Minaj. Unfortunately, it was around the time when she was kind of like going back and forth with Little Kim. But it's not. This isn't an attack on Little Kim. This is about this clipping that Nicki Minaj said in an interview. It's like she said it just like this. I feel like people see me. They see the Barbie. They see the Barbie image. They see all the glitz and glamour part of me. They think they can play with me. But don't play with me. They think it's just the Barbie and that's it. But don't play with me. So I feel like Libra, because they see you like this, they see your moral compass pointing north, they forget you're still this person right here. You know? And I also this further amplifies. This would say wounded healer. You see how this is half horse, half woman? So they feel like they see your gentleness, your softness, your femininity, how she's smelling that rose. But that's still a stallion. You dig? Like you can carry your fucking self through this experience, and you have. And then again with the flowers, when you look up the flower moon, it says something about death and transformation, something similar to that. But you're in Gemini season, and there was a full moon in Sag, and it was called the flower moon or something like that. And then there's the death of transformation right here. So like endings to beginnings. Like have compassion with yourself. This process is not easy. Libra. Okay? And then you also have this motherfucker right here. It's just a nick of time. And I still get that euphoria energy where people is on a high thinking you're one way, forgetting the fact that that's only one master that can conglomerate. A garden of time. This female, feminine. This is a king of shadow work right here. And it's a lot of motherfuckers attacking this person. And they've been doing it for quite some time. Attacking this person right here. This is a motherfucker, you sure you're going to attack this person? Muse of history. Muse of history tells me your intellect. Like I shot. Chivalry isn't dead. Like I'm still a gentleman about my business, even if I'm talking to a Libra woman. And I feel like I am talking to a Libra woman who does well in her masculine energy as well as her feminine energy. So what? She's ruled by Venus. She still works well in her masculine energy because she's independent. And then you have Muse of astrology. I feel like you're a combination of both. You're both ethereal and intellectual. High intellect makes you very much threatening, and you're not a punk. with the heart of the lion, not scared, and you're, like I said, chivalry isn't dead. Music, eloquent speech. You see how the words, the thing on her head, she's a wordsmith. She knows the right words to say. And you're more abundant for it because you value your peace over everything. And they try to tell you you spit poetry, like she's full of shit. Those are the attacks about you being full of shit. And you have to sit back and reflect on, how do I want to do this? Because I can come out the gate with any fucking thing I want to say. I can come out the gate ratchet, elegant, you name it. We could talk politics, we could talk religion, or we could talk you taking a rain check or kissing my ass. How you want to do this? I feel Scorpio energy, like it, and the death of transformation. Like this is like, don't poke the bear. This is like, we can go either way with the shit with the Two of Wands, okay? Because you made it. Somebody is baffled that you surpassed. How do I want to say this? Somebody is baffled that you're smarter than them. The Four of Wands, that's a graduation. You dig? It's like they need your helping hand now. Okay? But not, oh, you who arranged for Yusuf, oh, alayhi salam, arrange my affairs for me, fix my condition, and provide for me. They're so fucking weak. I'm sorry, God, I'm cussing while I'm praying. Oh, you who arranged for Yusuf, alayhi salam, arrange my affairs for me, fix my condition, and provide for me. Oh, Lord, protect me from the evils of your creation. Oh, Allah, fulfill my need, relieve my distress, and relieve my anxiety. Oh, Lord, Ameen. It's like they need your helping hand, and they didn't want to play. They wanted to play God in your life, and it's just, I don't understand people. It's like that ugly bitch that fill in the blank, and then something with how you like you. They could have attacked you since childhood. Maybe attacked you through your children. Maybe used children or people in their second childhood to fuck with you. It's like a big clusterfuck of shit that didn't need to be. It didn't need to be, but keep in mind this. You still this. Remember the last reading I did? You on the run. You were on the run. And that was such a positive, befitting message for my Librans. Okay? Shuffle for Libra. On the run to do what? To celebrate. Remember I referenced this painting a lot because it's a boat and it's water and it's the sun, the clouds, and you just sailed off. You're on the run. Or people want to act like you on. They put that a real derogatory spin on that. But our run, we sincerely believe in you. Please forgive our sins and save us from the hellfire. That's Surah number 3, ayat number 16. What does Libra need to know? Okay, what's up with Libra? That we're doing this random read for Libra. It's like something so romantic now. It's like everybody wants a piece of Libra. I want to be your twin. Everybody wants a twin with Libra, whether in etiquette, mannerism, friendship, love, respect, talent, creative abilities. Like, I want your innovation. And then whether it's distorted or not, it's like you stop fucking with the resources. Like, you don't evolve to the point where it doesn't attract you anymore to attract the distorted. It doesn't appease you anymore to attract the distorted way of telling you you're the shit. Now, people want to swim with you by way of, hey, fancy having you here. Same story, different cast. Same script, different cast. This is soulmates. Loyalty. That's what's important to you, is where all my besties at? Where my bitches? like Mike F said that shit in How High. Now he was a pimp in there, talking shit, talking about with my bitches, slapping people with powder on their hands. So that could be significant when you want to clown somebody for trying to play with you. Boundaries. And like I said, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. You're not alone. That ancient wisdom is within you. Like you get it. You get it, honest. You see that ancestor right there? Right there. Okay. And then boundaries. Where do they need to establish better boundaries? I think they pissed off. They can't smell your pussy in the wind, but they never could. Okay? That was the gin. It's like somebody is like, you can't do a cease and desist. I hear somebody asking, you can't do a cease and desist. What the fuck? You are, is it disintegrating? Are you disintegrating? Somebody's bullshit ass attacks, somebody's bullshit ass spiritual attacks. Like they, one thing about Libra is like you keep 11:33 on the clock as I'm saying this. On the time, on the clock. Not the clock I'm recording on, not the timer I'm recording on, the clock on the wall. 11:33. Listen, somewhere between your belief system, your optimism, and your love, you hit a lick. You hit several licks. You keep hitting licks. And somebody wants to send a cease and desist against you, but they started with you, but they want to send a cease and desist. It's like you're going to the wrong resource. You're going to Satan. Somebody, you can't do a cease and desist. You've been cease and desisting this motherfucker for a long time. It's like I can't. Who this person show up with? I don't. I fear Allah. I fear the Most High. I don't go against the Most High. You do. That's a reality check. That's somebody got egg on their face. Because now that it's like, now it's, what did you do that's so fucking goofy that even Iblis is putting boundaries up with you? Shuffle for Libra. And that's any Libra placements. North node, south node. Okay? What's up, Libra Venus? Okay? Listen. 12 houses. Okay. When you say 12 houses, what do you mean? You know how there's 12 zodiac signs, beginning with Aries, ending with Pisces. Those are 12 houses. So each house represents each zodiac sign in the order. So Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, etc. Those are 12 houses. So your first house is Aries. Second house is Taurus. But you can have any zodiac sign in any of those houses, and you figure out what it means to have that zodiac in that house. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like your biggest lessons, your biggest karmic lessons come from like your water houses, like your fourth house, your eighth house, your 12th house. You see what I'm saying? Like fourth house is Cancer, eighth house is Scorpio, 12th house is Pisces. You get what I'm saying? So fourth house will represent the home, the security, the stability. Eighth house, your health, your sacral chakra, your creative abundance is not just about sex. It's about creativity. That's where it stems from. It's that sacral chakra. Your 12th house is your endings, your spiritual, your day, like your 12th house is that mutable energy, that those endings to begin something new. I wanted to wait for that car to go by. Now, there's a lot that's trying to come out at the same time. Like, like you saying all that about Libra, a whole fucking millionaire. By herself, by himself, quiet somewhere. Go get some dick. That's what I heard. Just wanted to flip out. Protection. You call back your power, cut the cords. Like, you're not eating off my plate. And what's on the bottom? Leap. You go first. Libra was the only one that had the heart to do it. You go first. The universe will catch you. God will catch you. It's like my Fool's card. You see how she jumped off the building? So all this is about you having the heart to do something, and you had the hope, the stamina, the belief, the love. Like, you understood you were loved. You understood you were protected. You were optimistic that God is not going to forsake you, or you're not going to be forsaken through the process. So what I really think is taking a walk within to shape the outer part, the outside, to look better. You got to start from within. What's the turmoil within? This Queen of Swords energy, the star energy. That is air, and that is you. Your Queen of Swords energy, the star, that optimism, the High Priestess, the intuition, the inner knowing. Like, you're not dumb. Between the Queen of Swords and the High Priestess, you're not dumb. I think some people played dumb with you. They tried to play on your intellect. Like, someone was so arrogant and disgusting and stinking, like nasty with your attitude. It's like somebody wanted to keep you and your ego, or people around you and their ego, to stay on top of you. They thought they were winning by doing ridiculous things like that. Because you do, this is a soulmate card, and this is the wounded healer, and you still numero uno to this counterpart. Whatever, if there's a counterpart, they wanted this person in their ego, knowing that if he was close enough to you or she was close enough to you, it would annihilate your ego and help you do soul stuff, to help you be better, because y'all are meant, your counterparts. And these motherfuckers is like, no, we need you in your ego. And Libra is like, no, I need you out your fucking ego, because bitch, you're nasty. You're full of shit. You talk shit. You stink. You need to get out your ego. Stop worrying about who I'm pulling out of their ego by way of authenticity. That's what Libra said. Aromatherapy. I said something about stink, and aromatherapy comes out. It's like a bad smell in a room that won't leave. Those are gens. When there's a bad smell in a room that doesn't warrant, and nothing's warranting why that smell is there, it's gens. You're able to sniff out people who's showing up inauthentic. And what's clarifying that is the Akashic. Your guidance is preordained and divinely protected. So you can take that walk in confidence. Like nobody, people might have thought you was a madhouse because you took a certain path in life, or you're going about things. You're just creative. That's really what the bottom line is. You're just very creative in how you get the point across. Oh, you want to copy me, bitch, but you can't steal my creativity. Now let's see. You try things this way. You can't do it. You can't do me. So why would you try to do things that you can't do what I do? You don't know the intentions or how I'm divinely led to do the things that I do, says Libra. Let's have a chat. Okay. Libra wants somebody, they've been scratching and clawing and getting high off your energy. Well, let's have a chat directly. They can't sit in your face and do the same shit that they do behind your back. It's like you're confronting them at random. It's like I wasn't expecting you. I wasn't expecting you to do that, Libra. I was banking on you being so enthralled in your own life that you wasn't paying us no attention. We were sneak dissing. It's a lot of sneak dissing, unfortunately. That shouldn't even be a relevant conversation, but it's a real thing, and we have to be careful that we are continuing to make sure you're continuing to excel past the accelerator. I feel like you press the gas on your progress because they can't keep up. Like Little Richard, and what I'm seeing with that is Little Richard speeding up his music because they was competing with him on the radio. They would repeat the same songs on the radio, and Little Richard was speeded up to the point where they couldn't keep up with his ass. He was singing too fast. Okay, and again, he's a Sagittarius, so something with the Sag moon in the Gemini season. We're doing a random Libra read in Gemini season because it's giving authenticity. It's giving why people love you so much, even if it comes off a little screwy. Take a break. A life's work, not a session. Get off the treadmill. You see, they can't keep up with you. They're not keeping up with you. They're struggling to keep up with you and rest. I feel like rest, on one hand, 43. Somebody could be 43, but I think I feel like that breaks down to a 7. If you're not a life path 7, your personal life path here is a 7. I see somebody, when I see this card with the wounded healer, somebody's stature is very built like a brick house. Very like, you got nice legs, you got shapely legs. You know those little shorts that you wear with high top sneakers, like that's what we used to wear in the 90s? Maybe some people still dress like that. Maybe if you want to soft, you see more of that because it's hot. But you see the little booty shorts, like the workout running shorts. They're real short, where they show all of your legs. And you got nicely shaped legs where you can wear stuff like that. So also, see, you saw all this in your dreams before it even happened. You knew it was coming with the high priestess. That's your talent. Discernment is a gift that you possess. It's not just your common sense. The gift of discernment comes with that. You're discerning. What are you discerning? Devotion, your inner temple. It's because you're so connected to who you authentically are. That's the flaw. It's like it's just annihilating anybody and everything that's trying to come your way. Not even jinns want to play with you, but they don't stop them from trying to worship their master to get you off track. That is the point. They're supposed to be there to get you off track. I see transformation. I see transformation big time. Like, I was afraid this day would come. Okay? Spending time with friends is transformation. Like, look what you've become. I like this part. Look what you've become. Somebody who has a diverse conversation, somebody who's open minded, who's educated and different. You can sit in almost any social group and have a conversation. Not lose your identity. This doesn't give me lose your identity. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. This is something they just can't get with. You see what I'm saying? They can't get with your progress. They don't understand you. Some things are just not meant to be understood because you ground yourself. I have more because you meant to lay it on real thick today with Libra's reading. Align your life. What needs to change? What needs to change? The ever unfolding rose cracked open is happening for you, not to you. I think that's your whole point. It's like it has nothing to do with you. Like you called to do something really big, and people are led to discredit it and to mislead the people about you. Somebody's a real lying bitch, okay? A real lying bitch, and they're being exposed for it, for being a dumb liar, okay? The ever unfolding rose is cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. All them vicious ass attacks. What was it? Libra is so much. You're a lot to handle. I keep hearing that. You're a lot of woman. You're a lot to handle for anybody. So who was a female to come up and try to buck up against you is like they feel sunned by you. Like you're a mother. You are a mother at the core. You are a mother on the forefront. So that's a leadership position. Since you wanted to come out, your vibration is rising. You're the oracle. Somebody may sarcastically refer to you as an oracle because you have a way of educating people on things they are meant to be left in the dark about. Like someone could have intended to mislead and confuse people with about you, and you bring everything to this. Just when somebody, it's like just when I think I can persuade the people, you come out and expose more truth. Like it's something about you again, but you're unfuckwittable in a way where you can't people can't just run up on you like that. They realize that now because they already tried. They can't run up on you. Like you got to be equipped. It ain't that you should be afraid. It's that you should be equipped. It's got nothing to do with you being afraid, which you should be afraid of the repercussions. So, what else for Libra? The star is in reverse. The High Priestess. Oh God. Wait a minute. These same cards came out. I'm gonna shuffle them again. You saw me shuffle, and they want to come out again. Somebody's real distorted about who they think they are and who they're not. Okay? Somebody really took on the Most High in challenging you. They were a fool. I heard they were a fool. I was a fool. Ace of Cups. That's the truth. Nine of Cups in reverse. It's just giving jealousy. Because this is wish fulfillment and happiness in the upright. So somebody's jealous. You might have been the underdog in your social group or in your family dynamic or in your marriage. You was the underdog. not realizing that was a test. You were there as a test for somebody, and or for the people. You're a test for the people. All this is shaping you to be in a leadership position, like a Malcolm X, but not like you think you should be in a man's place, but like a leader, somebody who's influential. Heavy emphasis on your creativity. And somebody was jealous. A family dynamic was jealous. Because I'm looking at this illustration. This Nine of Cups says happiness, family dynamic. They liked you better when they assumed, like, their actions was designed to make you not feel emotionally fulfilled, to make you feel jealous, like you didn't fit the fucking bill, not realizing you're a whole Ace of Cups. I'm here as a lesson for you. You need me, I don't need you. Okay, and this sorry as look at this. This Page of Wands in reverse. This short, this nasty. This is nasty. Okay, that hateful bitch. That dot 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 dot. That's this motherfucker. This Page of Wands. Okay, this manipulator. Okay, who can't seduce her way out of whatever attack, whatever. This could be a man or a woman. I feel like it's a combination of both. Being peaceful is a science. Like, you're intellectual, like you can teach this shit. Seeing how the Six of Swords says science on the bottom of it. Okay? You see how the swords are going into the chest and how you maintain I don't want to say integrity, but all these swords is attacking your vessel. It's like serpent, like you nasty serpent bitch. It's giving serpent energy. It isn't science, is what I heard. It isn't rocket science to understand who, what, when, where, and why things happen to you the way that they did. Because you already was the high priestess. You already knew with the Queen of Swords. You already had that gift of discernment. And these is just stinking cock bitches trying to play with you, trying to fuck with your peace. That's all it can do. This is jealousy and malicious intent. Okay? This Page of Wands in reverse. This fake ass seducer. Trying to be important. This self-righteous, self-important bitch. Trying to disrespect your happiness or disturb your peace. I wish. Libra's like, I wish a bitch would. That's what you thought she was doing? Well, I hope you had a good time when you did it. Okay? Because when I see the Six of Swords, you see how all those knives are going into the heart. Like they meant to. Like somebody's deliberately stabbing you. Doing shit to you to deliberately upset you. I heard it's a reflection of how you made them feel. Just taking a leap of faith. How does a leap of faith for you offend somebody else? Upset somebody else? So they was already dick riders. Well, it's already divinely written that they will be dick riders to you. They will be your number one fans. See? The Prince of Wands, the journalist. This has something to do with somebody who is a public speaker. This man could have Leo, maybe Leo in their charts, or someone who has fire placements. And that Three of Swords is in reverse. So when I see this, you earn somebody's respect because you helped them through some kind of devastation, through divination. Okay. So this the bitch that's this, you don't even know this person. And some of y'all, you do know some of the people that did it, but you don't know all of the people who was doing it. Okay? This motherfucker right here was no match for this person. Like, you helped somebody man up about what they were struggling through. And this motherfucker wants to spit on your name. Well, good luck with that. Best wishes. Okay, because you're a blessing. That's what somebody see you as with the Ace of Cups. I was unhappy in my family dynamic. That's for some. Okay, I was unhappy. I was not fulfilled. And you're a blessing. Somebody wants to tell you you're a blessing. They want that. They want the blessing of your friendship. Yeah, Libra, and you're in shape too. You are. I heard you're in shape. Like, you got a nice physique about yourself. Physique. Work at yourself every day. That's mental. It's a science. When I see the Six of Swords, it's like, it's all in how you channel the energy. It's all about perception. It didn't happen. It's all about what it can do for you. The blessing it does for you. Any opportunity that somebody took to keep you stuck, to keep you unhappy, okay, it's a science to it, it's an art to it that you know what you're talking about. You know some stuff, Libra, and you're not afraid to teach it. Somebody, I see that temperance is in reverse. That temperance is in reverse, and that goes back to what I initially said. Do not stop because you've been viciously attacked way too many times. Don't do it. You don't have to keep going because the vicious attacks is signs that you're doing it right. You're doing something right. Could be family, could be in-laws, could be the community, could be at work. Any asset. Somebody wants to move to the countryside because the city is just too much bullshit. A truce. Somebody does not want to call a truce. Somebody thought you was going to call a truce and you showed up different. This is somebody who they too weak. Like the experience, like you done blew them out the fucking water with the sun. They too weak to fight back. They can't call a truce. They're too weak. I feel like physically, well, mentally, physically. If they mentally weak, it's going to show up physically that they're not strong. They're not at their best. And you got Leo energy here twice. So you could be a descendant of your parents can have Leo, grandparents can have Leo, and they are strong because you have those characteristic traits. If you don't, you know it's fake love. This is fake love, and somebody just wasn't. Somebody wasn't trying to give you the honor. Somebody was trying to take something that they didn't help you to get. You're a fucking doctor. There's a doctor for everything, and there's illumination. There's a healer for every fucking problem. What did God say? God said, I have a cure for every disease. So he has people in spaces, places and spaces that are remedies for when things go awry. But they're all tests at the end of the day. Test of faith, test your health, test your wealth, test your family, test you through everything. So what else is like badass about Libra? Hold on, Libra. What's this one? Temple of Rose, ancient power, expression, activation. Never mind how the person, people get wrapped up in how you articulate yourself. You're very eccentric. What is the message that this person is trying to say? The message still implies. I said, you want to be dumb? Let's do this. Let's do this. Hold on. And you may be coming off a little condescendent, or people accusing you of being condescendent. Solar feminine. What is a solar feminine? It means a woman who, what is a, solar is like the sun and the moon. Like it's interesting. The lunar would be the shadow side. Hold on, Libra. My bad, Libra. I drank too much water. I have to go to the bathroom. Solar and lunar. Solar would be the magnetic side, like the expressive side, the bold side. And it's interesting because you got the King of Wands and the Sun here. Um, Solar feminine, heart energy, heart versus energy, like your heart chakra. Obviously, if it's Leo, it's definitely talking about your heart chakra. Love and harmony, sacral energies like the creativity, passion, sexuality, abundance. It's like the focus you know, you're focused, you're creative, you're passionate, you're pulsating and radiant feminine energy that is needed right now. That's what you're led to do. That's exactly what you're doing, and it clearly seems like a bitch don't like it. So let's keep going. Well, we can keep that with the Temple of Rose, the expression, like the activation. That's too much. Somebody wants to play God in your life. That's controlling because you took a step. And defenselessness. Meanwhile, somebody who is really like unconditionally loving, has love for you, wants to right their past wrongs. You see that soul's inspiration, that other half of that soul, but the timing wasn't right initially. The timing wasn't right initially. So they're still working through karmic relationships. Okay, or at least y'all showed up as karmic to each other. Not the experience. Not y'all are karmics to each other, but the experience. The ego makes you feel like when you're in conflict with somebody, you should separate from them. But when you're not for everyone, embrace your weirdness. Hold up, let me put them cards out because I got something to say. Okay, the ego tells you that when you're fighting with someone, you need space. That wasn't the case for y'all. Y'all was supposed to grow closer through conflict. And maybe it wasn't in a way where you're physically close through conflict, but the conflict, the righting the past wrongs, the defenselessness is like, I want to make things right. You got to trust the timing that you came in on because time is not running out. Somebody might think it's too late. I missed a chance. The void, it's about the void. Let's stop, embrace the winner. You could be teaching somebody to do that, especially with the death of transformation here. But you're not for everyone. The solar feminine is not for everyone. Okay? And something about timing. You got to trust the timing. Okay? Right now, you're teaching a whole group of people who thought they could just keep attacking you and then you should quit and make you feel like a failure. These are all Satan's followers. But then again, it has a dual message. These people are being led out of darkness. I feel like you're leading people out of darkness and into the light with your bravery. I just feel like people who kept doing this shit to you for so long felt like they were winning. It was a first victory for them because once you responded, you laid it on thick. Lay it on thick. When somebody gets to lay that, when I get to be intimate with my person, you gonna lay that shit on so fucking thick, they're gonna forget the bitches that use their pussy to go against you, to weaponize your person against you. Because that's a thing. And now split the deck again. It's still saying I'm sorry. Okay? Somebody is uprooting. That's because they feel your energy pulling. The return, a new story. You decide alignment is coming together. Somebody couldn't stop the fact that this Four of Wands is happening with all that conflict and chaos. Okay? Chaos energy or chaotic ways. Come on, let's go. Let's go, let's go. The return is happening. A lot of waiting, a lot of patience is needed right now. Libra, for you, it's happening. I heard, what is it, the braids? That part is still playing. I realized this woman got braids in her hair. Like, what you thought? You got me twisted. What is it, the braids? You know, I hurt your feelings. You don't want to work with me no more. Okay. Okay. You think I'm fucking weird, or you think I'm different, or you think I done crossed the line, or you're offended somehow, some way. Okay, that's fine. Okay. But I ain't nowhere near where you at. I ain't nothing like you, and you. Okay? You, bitch, you out of your league. You ain't batting like me. You ain't better than me. You don't count. You can't count. You're not the 1, 2, or the 3. Okay? So you just fall by the wayside. Okay? With that stupid shit. With that petty shit. With that narcissistic shit. You're not even narcissistic and you want to claim to be narcissistic. You ever hear people say, I'm bipolar. That's an excuse for why you're incompetent. You shouldn't curse yourself like that. You getting shit twisted. That's what I said. Somebody don't understand you. They don't understand the correlation of your eccentricities because the star represents innovation, authenticity. Queen of Swords, like you, what is your bold ass attitude about you doing what you're doing, and you're this at the same time? I don't understand it. Maybe you should stop talking and listen. You can't talk and listen at the same time, says Libra. Then somebody want to get all theoretical with you and say, well, it says this, and you trying to bring it together. Science. You are so fucking intellectual and creative. Like, you can break down what you're doing from a theoretical sense and a scientific study. Prove that. Because you got to be hefty in math and science. You're really fucking smart. You can do that. Science majors. Anybody who's a science major. Okay? With the Six of Swords. Like, you can articulate yourself in more ways than one. I'm telling you, you're not closed-minded. You're very open-minded, okay? And I'm trying to show you these cards without pushing the other cards out the way. Six of Swords is, we don't have to argue about this. Let's just state the facts. Six of Swords is moving to calmer water. Six of Swords is traveling abroad. Six of Swords is like, I can venture out to get the education that I need. If I feel like I've exhausted all my resources in this space, it's time to move to a new one. It's time to expand. This is somebody who understands how the brain works. The brain is an organ too that's most neglected more than anybody else. Bitch, you'll get a pap smear for no fucking reason 2 or 3 times a year because you bored and need attention. You want somebody to play in your pussies indirectly, subconsciously, or unconsciously, because it's a human desire to want to progress. That's your sacral chakra energy saying, let's create some shit. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You dig? But you won't get a mental check? That's common sense. Everything registers to the brain. So if something's wrong or not wrong, it registers to the brain. So if something's not registering to your brain, that should be looked at. But at that point, when you don't realize it, it's too late. You don't realize something went wrong with your brain to the point where you let it go for so long, you don't realize something's wrong with your brain. Okay, and you didn't need an astrologist or any type of history. Like, it didn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. Is what I said. Is what this is saying. Is what this is giving with the Six of Swords. You hurt somebody's feelings, Libra. Okay. I got a lot of heart. I'm not afraid to express it. You are the solar feminine. I think they have to say I'm sorry. I don't think they want to say I'm sorry. Now that they see your movement, they see that you have a movement, you have an audience. It's like, y'all want to entertain this bitch? Y'all want to entertain this man? Y'all want to entertain this woman? And I said that with the muse of elegance. I said what I said. You can articulate anything, okay? Like, this motherfucker, they think you one of them politicians who just Rico Suave with your words and don't do shit. They try to write you off as that. No, you vote for people who are Rico Suave for their words, with their words, and don't do shit. I'm doing something. I'm doing something bigger than what your ancestors ever did for you. And they did something for you because you actually have a platform and you're using it to disperse negativity. You are a dispeller of positivity, growth, accolades, and human development. That's what I get with the Six of Swords. Human development, basic common sense. Move away from what is causing you tumultuous energy or what is fucking with you mentally and emotionally. Move away from it. Learn something new. You don't have to be stupid about everything. You don't have to be misled about everything. It's not misled after a while. You're just stupid and lazy to some degree. That's what Libra said. Okay? You don't have to isolate yourself. You don't have to create conflict with us because I'm articulating the way that you don't articulate it. It doesn't mean that you're dumb. It just means you say it from a different space, from a different creative space. You articulate yourself very different, and that's okay. Put 2 different things together that don't mix and see what you come up with. That's what I get with this, with the karmic relationships. You're scared to be different. That's what I feel like. People are very scared to just express themselves the way they visualize it. If that's your vision, that's your vision. Okay? Be true to it. Own it. Somebody is stiff as a bitch and they wanted to put you in a box and you don't go in nobody's boundary box. The only box I came out of is my mother. And that's the last box I was in. Ooh. Libra, fuck them. Like, say it. Like, if they feelings hurt, they want to start some shit, it's a new story. It's a new day. It's a new dawn. And I'm not saying it to be innovative by way of what leads to the fire. I'm saying it by way of I'm not who you thought I was. You didn't know me as well as you thought I was. It's not that I changed. It's just the reality that you didn't know me as well as you thought you did. You never really took the time to get to know somebody because you're closed-minded. You're in the box. Like, you're stagnant. You're the one-dimensional mindset stagnates you and fucks you up about life. You're in a totally different timeline from 80 fucking years ago, and you only 30. Let's talk about the return. A new story. You decide alignment is coming together. I love you, Libra. You waited patiently for this moment. And you've likely been working on the inner for some time now, and the outer is beginning to come into alignment with what you work on about yourself. As changing beings, we are in a never-ending growth cycle, and that's like the hardest nut to crack when you're trying to, or when you're trying to get your point across. So you stop getting your point across to these people because the point is you just don't get it. That doesn't mean we're constantly in bloom. It's like, it means that we're constantly changing. Change is progress. Change is progress. Change is progress. Listen to me, collective. Change is progress. Okay? When you see that card, the return, when you see this, it's more powerful than that. It heralds the coming and going of a whole new way of being. An entirely new story has been written. This is representing a great shift in your life, and it takes time. It often takes time, sometimes even lifetimes. So acknowledge how far you've come and how much you've grown, and you are a part of creating change. You're meant to be a part of that collective, not only in your own life but in the world. Take a moment to take it in. Just take it in. Just take it. Okay? You're just one of many, but your being here matters, Libra. They didn't want you to matter. They didn't want you to realize you matter. A petal in the rose of a new humanity. Part of the ever, forever unfolding. Now, things are aligning for you and around you. It's like they're covenanting and they're coming together, and you're in the right place at the right time. Your outer world matches your inner world. Talking about, how do I say it? Because it's delivering a message of harmony and coming together, and the embodiment of holding a clear vision for many years. You never forgot your rebuttal. Like, you've done the groundwork to get to this moment right here. You put the work in for months and years and even a lifetime. Okay? And you using this moment too. You get to decide what happens next. Love the solar feminine. You are the solar feminine. You're all about harmony, creation, and change. And it created abundance for you. It's giving abundance. This is my Queen of Pentacles in this deck with this Muse of Elegance. Okay? This can represent all four queens. You dig? Your Queen of Pentacles. This could be your Queen of Swords. This could be your Queen of Wands. This could be your Queen of Cups. It could. I feel like in this intuitive message it is an Empress who operates in her masculine energy, because you do have the King of Wands out here. You do have the journalists out here. You going out there to speak. It's like, how the fuck you call yourself a specialist in speaking the truth for mass communications and bringing in abundance? People pretend a lot, and I feel like this is what other people so call themselves to be, and you came in without trying to steal their shine. You just do it. You just do you, and it's giving mass communicator. Okay, it's giving eloquent speech. It's giving abundance for it. Just being authentic. Well, it's not your fault they're not authentic with themselves. It's not your fault they can't grow through karmic relationships. It's not your fault that they don't know how to be harmonious with themselves, to be harmonious with other people. You're not for everyone. If that ain't the truth, I'm not sitting here speaking to you. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. That's exactly what you did. You have the balls to do it. Nobody has the balls to do what you did. And they say that to everybody who is revolutionary, who is an evolution within humanity. Everybody who steps out. They said that about Kanye West. They signed him for 2 years. He was sitting on the shelf, and he took it upon himself to go outside and make his own video through the wire. Okay, I'm gonna put that video, the link of that song in the description box, because that's what this is. You wasn't afraid to go out there and do that shit. Like, you knew you was destined for greatness, and you went out there and you took that shit. You want the top spot, you got to take that shit. You can't wait for somebody to give it to you. They signed him, and he sat on the show for 2 years. So he been signed before he came out. He was always working behind the scenes. He was always making the beats and the produce. He was on his shit. But you get what I'm saying. So Libra, somebody is not understanding your tradition, your history, versus what your future looks very different from your past. But it's the same message still implies. It's the point. Okay. And what about it? The world, global success, the four swords. Like, while you was in retreat, you was seeking wisdom, something like that with the four swords. The world is over. This cycle is done. You don't even match my timeline no more. You don't, Libra, nobody matches your timeline no more. You just gonna sit up there. You can't. Somebody has a problem with your independence. Somebody is thoroughly offended by your independence, because you can stand by yourself. You enjoy being by yourself. In fact, you welcome the controversy because it naturally separates you from everybody else. You like that shit. Somebody thinks you're sadistic, and somebody thinks you're a masochist because you can stand and be by yourself. You're just gonna sit there and put up a fight. You're so stubborn. That's right, because right is right and wrong is wrong. To tell me I'm wrong, you got to prove you right. Where's your facts to say that I'm wrong? Says Libra. Where's your facts to say this man is wrong for taking an interest in me, or me and him? You see what I'm saying? Where's it wrong to say I can't articulate myself? I can't set my example and make my point in a way that's illustrative for you to see. You get the visual. I already picked up the message. I already got the message. I already acted on the message. I'm already past that. I'm learning something new now. Seven of Wands. Somebody couldn't get you to lower your frequency. You see, all this is 4 different nurses on one man. So this man is attracted to, you know how there are some men who are arrogant and low vibrational, so they attract the spiritually thirsty women. This is a man who attracts strong women. He just couldn't do you like he's doing these other empathic, compassionate people. Like, he was able to lower their frequency, and it gave him a far sense of superiority, a far sense of victory. And he tried that shit with you, and it's making him closer to you. Like, he's drawn to you in a way where it's like somebody wants to right their past wrongs. Like, he's embarrassed. Somebody is humiliated with how I keep seeing that, and I know that message was for you. Like, this a part of that message was for you, because I have a more recent reading where somebody is humiliated for how they were for how they showed up. This person is like, damn, I did not realize you were all that handsome. I didn't know I wasn't supposed to do that to people who are all that handsome. You were the one who came in to stop that shit. You're uplifting humanity. So don't embarrass me while I'm doing it. Trying to be disrespectful. Don't embarrass yourself trying to embarrass me for doing something right. And you're well received in a community with the 6 of Pentacles. Now, I'm sorry. Somebody feels very sorry for what they did to you. It's like, we're living in divisive times, though. When we're hurt and triggered, we tend to see things as a personal attack rather than an opportunity for healing. If we are to find true peace and unity, we need to drop our defenses and see things outside of right and wrong. Ironically, I just said right is right and wrong is wrong. As souls, we intrinsically remember unity and yearn for it. So perhaps this is why it feels so painful when we experience the opposite. That kind of goes with this a lot. That kind of match this right here. These 2 cards right here. So I'll hold it up while I express this, to get this message out. It's like, but it's crucial to remember that we can't simply bypass reality and pretend that unity, love, and forgiveness is here. This is one of the greatest challenges for anybody who's a star seed. So Libra, clearly in this reading, this is talking about those who are resonates with being a star seed, some kind of earth angel. To bring about unity, we must first acknowledge the ways in which both we and the world have been divisive, personally, ancestrally, and collectively. From the shadow to the hate to the wounds to separation to severing, the wrongs and the sadness. You may be called to explore how you or your ancestors or your society have consciously or unconsciously inflicted pain on others. People are now realizing how they inflicted that bullshit on you. This is somebody who realized they're a starseed just like you. That's why they resonate with you at a soul level. And this is somebody who's very sorry for disappointing God by putting down humanity by showing up like that. So to find a way to drop the armor around your heart and to see things as they truly are for all people, because it's not just about you. You're a part of a bigger collective. It's not about that 144,000 shit. I'm not talking about none of that. Okay? To say I'm sorry with an open heart and mean it, to be part of the healing rather than the perpetuation of inherited conflict or oppression. So people are starting to realize where they fucked up with you, where they just want to make peace with you. This isn't about blame. It's about unwinding the pattern that got us here. It's like, what was the intention for why you was moving like that? What was the driving force to make you feel like you should have said certain things and done certain things, both to Libra and to yourself? Like Libra already is working on themselves. That's how they realize where, for some of you, Libra, you already know. If you don't get on top of your shit, you're going to start inflicting. You turn into the predator. You already understand that. So you made it a point. You made it your business to embody that, being that solar feminine, creating that harmony, creating that balance. You're real true to yourself. It's not just about the stereotype of being a Libra or having a Libra placement in your chart. This is really about you just a grown-ass man about your business. Even if you are a woman, you know, you're not a victim. You may be called to devote your time to causes you believe in or doing healing work on your ancestral line. So you saw where everything was fucked up for your family. I saw where things were fucked up for my family too, so that resonates. You know, and sometimes you got to separate. You can't do the same thing expecting the same results. Like when I took Shahada at 15, it caused an uproar in my family because I saw where things were fucked up. It was no peace. I asked for peace and tranquil. That was the direction I was led in. Okay? Fast forward. Now I want to create it took my daughter to die to want to get on a public platform to do things. I already was like this behind this. I was already like this in life. I'm already this way or have this effect on people. You know, I can speak to people. I can connect with anybody, and people can. They don't. It's not hard for people to connect with me. It's help people see things from a different perspective. So to get on a public platform to do it, I didn't want to be boring about it. I wanted to use. I like the illustrations that help to give you the visual to explain what I already picked up on. I like doing shit like that. It's creative to me. It's endeavors. I like it. And it's a shrewd business move too. To be on a public platform, I like it. I like showing y'all the different illustrations. It helps. Like I can say what I want to say, and you still can listen, you know. But I don't want to bore you. I want to show you what I'm talking about. So Libra, you definitely believe in yourself to a higher velocity than where you came from to what most people believe in. They fall for the okie doke with that Seven of Wands and wonder why they're not met with unconditional and true love. They're met with passion and lust. What I say in my last reading, they tender. Okay? You wonder why these men are tender and defensive towards them. Because these men are met with people, shitty women. Shitty women who started going with that curse that they afflict on themselves to use what they got to get what they want. Or just falling into lust or just mishandling their own sacral energy, their own creative energy. So they end up doing things like this whole thing right here. Like this man is looking for guidance, not even guidance. This man is looking for support. I got to stay close to my Lord, and I'm looking for the right kind of support to back me. Look what these bitches is doing. These empaths and compassionate people end up falling short, and then everybody makes mistakes. Everybody falls short somewhere along the lines. But let me tell you something. What Libra said, okay? It's easy to walk around with a wet ass. It's easy to feel good. It feel good, but it's only temporary, okay? How are you called to step up and lead? How are you different from everybody else? How you can have the same message as everybody else, but your way is captivating. Like, how can you be creative in what you have to say and what you're trying to teach and the message you're trying to get across to the people? We living in divisive times, so a lot of people ain't really like with that shit. Like, I'm stuck in transition. Like, I'm met with his tenderness and defensiveness. I'm not met with the honor of him being strong and protective for me. And Libra, with the route that you're going to attract that. Or you're pulling it out of somebody in a way where he just want everybody to do this with him. Let's misuse that sacral chakra energy. Somebody's prone to infections a lot too from sexually explicit activities. They're very sensitive there because they don't know their power. They're very sensitive in general. They're very sensitive to energy. They're very sensitive to they don't. It's a person who is a mood around other people. Like, yeah, it could be like the life of the party. They may like to go out and be social with everybody, but at the same time, they are also a person who gets in a mood after so much absorbing of the energy around them. It's like, I can't wait to get the hell out of here. Like, when are you leaving? When is it going to be time to go? Like, it don't last very long. When you're teaching somebody how to step into their power, it's like that karmic relationship is somebody who really could use your expertise. They're not the only one that knows some shit. You know some shit, and they realize why you know some shit because they just like you. You just not surface level with your shit. You go deep with that shit because you want people to heal ancestry lines. It's like you're on a frequency or a different purpose where you heal your ancestry lines. Like, you see where things went left in your upbringings and the generation before you, the generation that you're in, the generation after you. Like, you're working to be preventative. It's a new story. You created a different experience for your family. Don't tell me family's not important. Don't tell me you innocent. Admit what y'all did. That Knight of Wands. Yeah, so that's how somebody take you now. It's like you're just attacking all of us. You're just attacking everybody for your imagined slights. What's on the bottom? The Nine of Cups. Wish fulfillment. Like, you get a kick out of this shit because you know we don't understand it. Well, that's why I'm here to teach it. Somebody is being a real victim. That's what I'm saying. Shuffle for Libra. Okay, you want to do that, then do it. You want to shut up, shut up. Four of Wands. Celebration. Like, you graduated. You're graduating, getting married, getting a promotion. You got a different level of stability in your life. It's a different type of stability in your life now, where you can grow closer through conflict instead of letting conflict be the demise, the satanic ritual to separate you from humanity. You're not isolated. You stand on your own 10 feet, 10 toes. Okay, it's different. I think people are more scared of you now than you were. I hear, all right, shut up about my love for Godfather. I don't mean to shut up. I don't mean to say shut up in derogatory sense, but listen. And the Godfather 3 is like, I think this was a shameful ceremony. Kay coming here talking her shit because she's still mad at Michael for something he did over 10 years ago. She's still bitter at Michael because you're the one who went off and married somebody else. Because you had to, because Michael cut your ass off. You thought he was just going to be, you thought she was just going to leave him. You wanted control. I feel like she wanted control. Some element of her wanted control over Michael. Like, she still remember the old him. In a way where how his son showed up, like how free-spirited he was, and she wanted to hold on to that. She was inflexible. She wasn't trying to maneuver with how things have changed over time and how they needed to change to keep things afloat. That is what I'm getting with somebody's offended by you. Your own counterpart is offended by you, Libra. She said this was a shameful ceremony. And you know how in the beginning, the first 30 minutes of every Godfather is a party scene. The first one was the sister's wedding. The second one, he was in Nevada and he was meeting with the senators. He had all the big politicians out there at his house. He was hosting a big party in honor of his son. The third one was another party, something with the Catholic churches and things like that, like something where he was trying to get out of, what is it, global or immobile, something with, he didn't want to be in the gambling industry anymore. He wanted to go legit. He wanted to get more spiritual. It was giving, I want to be more spiritual now with how I want to do my business. I don't want my family name attached to all the derogatory stuff it used to be that got us here. So it's levels to the shit. Like, it's levels to his progress from when his father did it. But it don't talk about how his father started until the second one. The third one, Kay talking her shit when she got him in a room by herself. When they got in a room by themselves, I think it was a shameful ceremony. Disguising yourself through the church. I feel like people, it's like, what did she say? Is significant to my point. Is I feel like you're more dangerous now than you ever was. I preferred you when you were a common mafia hood. And he had to say, now can we talk common sense now? Okay. And then she wanted to agitate failure, talking about your son feel like you took his uncle out. And he looked at her like, why did you come here? Okay, like don't come at me like that. Like, I did, after all the shit I did to protect all of us. I put my life on the line for my whole family. Like, Kay, he was frustrated with her because he didn't, what she wasn't getting, and he explained this later in the movie. This is the third Godfather. It's like, you couldn't understand what was going on at the time. They were trying to take my father out. I had a whole different destiny for myself. If they was going to take my father out, I had to, what could I do? You think I'm going to just stand by and say I'm not a part of your business and they trying to take you out? You damn right, I had to step up. I had to. They took his older brother out and Fredo wasn't qualified. He couldn't do it. He couldn't produce the results that Michael did. You gotta remember, Michael was a wartime vet. He wasn't just the Corleone family. He wasn't just a descendant of his father. He was a war vet, so he had strategy, he had wit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he used everything that makes him powerful. You see these cards? Everything that makes him powerful, he used it all to keep his family afloat, to stop people from trying to take his father out, and to stop people from dominating his whole family as a collective. But what his father built up with his blood, sweat, and tears, when he was just an immigrant fresh off the boat, fresh in New York when he was a baby. He built all that up. Because if you remember, the Black Hand was extorting his own people. He was extorting his own people, so he survived that. He really had this chat with his friends, like, I'm not giving this man my money. And they was like, well, you can't argue with the Black Hand because he's more powerful than everybody. Who said all that? Like, it's three of us and one of him. Why are we submitting, or being submissive to this man? I don't think so. Let me handle it, and don't forget the favor I did for you. And it just took off from there. Now you fast forward, Michael takes over by default because things happened where he was an outsider and then he was an insider. And then Kay became the outsider and she really felt some type of way. Look, I understand. I'm not trying to invalidate her argument. We was one thing and then you turned into something else, and I didn't qualify to be around you like that no more. And that really hurt my feelings. That's why she got that abortion. And he iced her out. Like, what the fuck out of here? Like, I don't come from that. I don't know what type of time you on, but I don't come from that. But that was ironically Kay's point. I don't come from this. I don't know what type of time you're on, but I don't come from this. Michael? You dig? And she said all that shit to him, and he was like, you have to understand, I had a different destiny. You remember that, right? They started getting closer again. After he sat down and had this heart-to-heart conversation with her, it's like, I always loved you. I still love you. And she started crying. It's like, I still love you too. I just don't see where I fit in to who you've become. I don't fit the bill. I don't feel like I belong here. That's your person. Libra, they don't understand how they fit in. How do I belong here, but I belong here? How are we going to grow closer through this conflict? I come from a Catholic background. I'm saying that because I'm already talking about Godfathers. I'm a Catholic background, and you this. Whatever you are, Libra. All of what you are, Libra. And you're trying to make this person understand it's like we're more alike than we are different. You dig? Like, you got the same abilities as me. You have that same creativity that I do. You have that same your inner star player rocks just like my inner star player rocks. You can do the same thing I am, even if it don't fit with where you came from. You dig what I'm saying? This is real four wise energy. Like you're getting ready to graduate to a new space with each other, and that's nice. I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of y'all because it's emotional fulfillment and it's your passion that's going to drive y'all there with the Knight of Wands. Like, I'm super proud of y'all. And Kay said what she said, and Michael did what he did, and they still loved each other, and the rest is history. Even though she was already married to a different man, they still had a bond. They still had a friendship. They were able to grow close through conflict, through their differences. Senators don't have people killed, Michael. Okay, Kay, who's being naive? He did. My family, all he wanted was his family to be legitimate, so they don't have to look over their shoulder too much. That could be your place, Libra. That's what you're doing. That could be what they're doing too, just in a different way. So how are we going to work together through this? Between your muse for astrology and my muse for what history serves us correctly. Like, how are we going to make peace? Because astrology is a form of science, and history has its scientific facts too. Notice how science and facts go in the same sentence. Scientific studies prove that you can put two different things that don't go together and make a new. You have to learn how to embrace your differences. You have to learn how to embrace your weirdness. There's nothing wrong with being weird. Absolutely nothing wrong with being weird, especially when you resonate with what's different about this person. It resonates. It's hitting your spirit in a way where that is actually interesting. That is actually a good point that you made. Beautifully put, eccentric. Continue. Have compassion with yourself. Libra has compassion for people. And it's really just a dispeller of somebody who, look, to go to strength card again. It's just flipped over. What I feel like with Libra, what I feel like with your place, is you saw so much, you realized why things were fucked up. My family, this is eccentric talking now. My family lacked spiritual backing. They had weak spiritual muscles, so they was getting attacked from all different angles and couldn't justify why their behavior was the way that it was. I know that because I have that gift of discernment. I have that heightened intuition. I know that. I can pick up, you can read the room with your third eye more than what the two eyes meet. So you're able to stay ahead of the curve. There's a lot of things you could have avoided in life because you have a gift like that. And when people wanted to call you weird about it, now they can use your expertise. Now they respect you because not only are you in your authenticity, you're facing your true north, you probably made a business out of it too. You probably did. Like, people will pay for your expertise. People have paid for your expertise. Yes, people have paid for my expertise. Yes, they did. 6 of Wands on the bottom. Yes, it did. You are notorious for who you've become. And while somebody like a loved one or relatives or the 5 heads of the family, the other families that are a brother, like a sister company or a brother company to some of the masses to your conglomerate. Just let's be very clear. This is your conglomerate. If I was the only Muslim in a Baptist family, that puts me above the other people. Why does it put me above the other people? Because I'm not misled. I'm not following the Holy Scripture, the part of the Holy Scripture that's tampered with, so that doesn't give me cop-outs. It puts me in full accountability, so that puts you in a leadership position. This does not disrespect anybody who's Christian or any form of Christianity, but that's just the truth. It's not what I know, it's what I can prove. The scientific studies prove that. And it doesn't have to be science, it's a fact. Holy Scripture, how can you worship something you don't see? Well, these are all living things. How can I say it? For those who don't understand, you can't walk by faith and not by sight. If it's not tangible, I don't have it, I don't see it, I don't believe it. It just feels like make-believe. It feels silly. That's for some people. What is your gift? I feel like your gift is going to put people in la-la land. I feel like the Most High speaks to me. I asked him, it's like a higher power, to worship a higher power is to pray as if you see it. Even though you can't see him, he sees you. So to have that kind of arrogance by way of that fact that he does exist, think about it. When you're conceived, it's just a sperm and an egg. Where the fuck the skeleton bones form at? What does that form from? That is a different type of material. It's hard. And you started off as a blood clot in a sperm. A sperm and an egg turned into a blood clot, turned into all these other different things. Your nervous system, your muscles, your vessels, like all these different materials that forms a human body. And God said prostrate to Adam. It's in the Holy Scripture. And everybody did it except for Satan, because he was pissed off because he thought he was better than Adam. That's what that struggle through that warfare, you dig? The battle between the devil and the Most High. Some people could read that shit but never spiritually connect with it. The whole point of you spiritually connected with it is to have that one-on-one friendship with the Most High so you could be under his umbrella. That's the whole point. Nothing that I do in everyday life takes me away from that umbrella. You know why? You would know if you're not under that umbrella. You would know. I know what it's like to not be under that umbrella by way of default, by way of past karmic experiences. I know when he's there, and even when if it was crazy and chaotic, I still knew he was there. That gift of discernment. But that's you, eccentric. How do we connect with it? Be quiet in a sense where you're just listening. Don't talk so much, just listen. Watch for the signs and synchronicities around you. You gotta watch for the signs. Like, look at all his living things. How did he create? He created all this stuff, so you know that he's a real deal. So you can worship him. But he also give you that free will to follow your desires if you want to. You dig what I'm saying? Like, so you got history and astrology here. Is what I'm seeing with the combination of these cards. Like, why? Where does that science? That's science, okay? It's a new story. It's not a new religion. I didn't say it was a new religion. My religion is Islam. My talent, what you see here, is a talent. And I'm just showcasing it through illustration cards. Okay? It doesn't make me anything. You cannot box me in and say I'm anything over anything. I'm not going to let you do that. I'm not going to let you do that to yourself. You did? Knight of Cups. Like, this very charming and charismatic way to get something across that doesn't make sense. You're putting two things that are proven that seem like they're different and making a new. The same message still implies, no matter how you articulate it. That's the point I'm trying to get you to make. That's the point I'm trying to get you to see. Sorry. And it doesn't matter if you agree with it or not. The same message still implies. See? The universe, the judgment, the devil, the massive influence. Okay, you unwebbing the trickery. I don't know. You tell me. Let's put it this way: the universe is the world card in this intuitive deck. The awakening is the judgment, the discernment, the revolution. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's not the devil. That's the tower. I'm sorry. That is the tower. I didn't realize that's a one behind there, but that's the tower. You see the lightning? You see the judgment? You see the world? These are all major arcanas. You want to talk about witchcraft? The point, like, what I'm good at is spotting them jinns. Because I already grew up in a household where they were just it's a plethora of them all over the place. They lived in there more than me and my family did. Because of the lack of spiritual backing. That was that gift of discernment. And I could spot it, I can pray it off. You dig what I'm saying? Recitation of Quran, that holy scripture, recitation of it dispels it. That's how I know I'm under God's umbrella. Okay? And I do feel a sense of like antagonizing or jealousy or like people who don't want to understand it or just want to keep things as they were. And it's a tower. A tower means a sudden realization that faulty foundation is coming down. It's like whoever tries some bullshit, you try to lie or you try to spin a narrative or try to get petty with Libra placements, man or woman, that's coming down. Because that people now are learning how to use that gift of discernment. They realize that intuition is in everybody. Some people use it better than others, or more than others. Like there's a cycle that's completed. That world card is here twice. That's global success. The Six of Wands, like you public with your shit, and you're not afraid to be honest. You're not afraid to be yourself. You're not afraid to be truthful. Like, okay, anything you want to ask, you can ask. Okay, you can reference any message. Like that's the point of it being here. It's 8 billion people in the world. It's a social media platform. You don't have to, there's no lying to kick it. Anybody can come see this. You feel what I'm saying? Anybody can use discernment. Like, I feel like something's off in my personal experience, and you can be led to see this. Like, I didn't just pick all this shit up. I was on YouTube looking at something else, and it just was on my news. It was on my feed, and I just clicked on it to see what it was, because I thought the shit was funny. Growing up, I didn't believe the shit was like for real. But I also realized intellectually that this is an illustration card, like a painting in a psychologist's office. So if you are some kind of therapist or healer, somebody who has a gift of remedies, who use what you know in a healing fashion. I'll just say that. It helps you look at things or see things from a different perspective. You gotta open your mind. You can't be so closed-minded just because your forefather said this and that and that and this. Even in the Holy Scripture, it says that a lot of people are going to say, well, my forefathers told me to do X, Y, Z. But you never challenged it. And it's not to challenge them to disrespect them. It's so you know. It's for your knowledge. It's no excuse not to know better. It's no excuse for anybody to be able to say anything. And, people use illustration cards just like they use people. But they use people more than they use illustration cards. If you want to practice dark arts, they do. How somebody takes stuff out the Holy Scripture? Who the fuck does that? If that ain't witchcraft, I don't know what is. To try to force a narrative. That's why you got that final warning, that Holy Scripture. So can't nobody hide behind this and say, oh, this is something that is not. Maybe for that motherfucker over there using this for something else, like for dark arts or something like that. That's that person. That's not everybody as a collective. Everybody has their own therapeutic reasons or manipulative reasons for why they do what they do. Or why they're expressing it like that. Why are you expressing it like that? Because it's creative. I just told you that. That's why. I like it. I like the controversy in a way where it gets people talking, it gets people thinking, it gets your mind spinning. That is the point. So nobody can pull the wool over your eyes. I'll tell you what, you won't leave my readings ignorant. You're gonna learn something new every day with me, because that's the point. That's what I do. Okay, I like to teach. But what are you teaching? Now, for the motherfucking naysayers, they got something to say for every fucking problem. Don't be a part of the problem now. Don't be a part of the solution. You probably the motherfuckers that create distance, that let them gems run through you by way of you ain't even in control of yourself. Like, half the shit you did, 60% of what you did ain't even from you. It's from them gems moving through you. Like, when I say they use people as a house so they can move through them, like when I say they are envious, you gotta realize God already made humanity superior than everything else. He made it superior than them, than jinns. So you got to be careful. You have use that gift of discernment, use your intuition, and make sure that even when people come to you or you're led to different places and spaces, use the discernment. Ask God, is this right for me? But the more you remember Him, the more He remember you. So nobody could play you. Nobody can play you. I'm not gonna let nobody play you. Okay, I'm right here for you. I don't care what you don't believe. That ain't really my business. I just know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. God knows what I'm doing. You don't believe me? Ask Him. Okay? It ain't got nothing to do with all that silly ass shit. I'm too arrogant for that. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. I'm very arrogant by way of truth, not by way of foolery. Okay? It's not, you're not gonna outthink me. You're not gonna outsmart me. And it's usually the people who got negativity backing up why they're moving like that. You gotta watch. It's the intentions. It's not even the action itself. It's like, what drove you to attack somebody else? What are you attacking them for? Are you minding your fucking flaws? Like you're trying to mind theirs or trying to make a flaw out of what they're doing? Are you? I don't think so. Are you know how to step up and lead and protect your family? You're teaching your family better than what they had. You gotta look at your parents. They did what they could with what they had. Now it's up to you to go get it. Go take what they had and go take the good from it and leave the toxic. Go make more of it. Go learn something new. Like I dare you to pull a stunt like what I would have did. What I would have did was ventured out. Go learn something new. Okay? Because if it's not sitting peaceful on your spirit, if it's not giving tranquil, it's not giving peaceful, it's not giving happy, it's not for you. You need to go learn something new. It's random. This reading is random, but it's not random at the same time because I already done picked all that shit up. Like if you look at the past few messages, you can tell somebody got something to say to you. You think you have something to say to me. Look, I can't make this shit up. This is the magician, but look what it say. You dig? To be a witch is to be external. You gotta play God in your own life to be what that is. It's external. It's like you're seeking validation through other things. My thing is, if you're gonna practice being a witch to manipulate somebody else, why you don't play in your own pussy? Why you don't eat your own period cake? If you're trying to make that be a thing that's a no-brainer and a win-win situation for all of us, why you don't eat the shit too? Why does the man gotta eat the shit? Why you gotta push it off on another woman to put her down to uplift yourself? That's that negative bum bitch shit. That's that witchy shit. That is not somebody who's arrogant by way of truth, who's charming and got their own fucking qualities, who mastermind and strengthen their own qualities that they have within themselves. Everybody's unique. That's what I'm talking about. I don't give a fuck about that, what everybody else is talking about, because I don't do what you do. I'm not insecure like you. But what's underneath that is that emperor, that monarch. I feel like you're a monarch, Libra. I feel like you're so fucking badass. You're a lot to handle. Like I said initially, you are a lot to handle. What do I mean? You're magnetic. This is action. This is electrifying. People don't know why they want to be around you, and they call it witchcraft. Well, a lot of them. They call it charming over here. Not witchcraft. I don't need witchcraft. I'm charming. You already like me. Okay? You like me without even feeling. I don't even give people the vibe that is this. You got to be a hateful bitch to say some shit like that against somebody like me. You have to. That's the motherfuckers that sent them attacks. Okay? Anytime you tell yourself, oh, somebody else died for my sins, so I don't have to be accountable. That ain't witchcraft for you. I don't know what the fuck is. That's misleading. You do have to be accountable. And there's a Hierophant. This is a mystic. Something real ethereal about you with this mystic. This is a Hierophant card, but it says mystic. So that's being smart by way of being intelligent by way of how people manipulate energy. Astrology teaches you that. How they manipulate energy and how they manipulate, like, street smart, book smart, like Malcolm X. It's the best way I like to describe it. He had a good savvy about both. He knew how to survive in the streets, and he also masterminded his leadership position, his integrity, by way of serving, doing what God called him to do. Sometimes you can use your creative energy in a very distorted way, like being too heavy in the streets. Being too heavy in something that's external instead of going within. But everybody has their own way to get there, how to get there. Okay? You don't tell me where the fuck I'm at. Okay? You ain't about to tell me nothing about myself. And I ain't here to tell you about yourself. I'm just here to tell the truth and leave off the rest. That's what I do. And I have a lot of fucking fun doing it. Because maybe you read somebody that writes down like how I don't like in the package and how it's presented. I mean, you don't have to, you click off. You don't have to watch the shit. But I still told the truth. I'm still allowed to do what I'm doing. And my place, my success is not your success. You know, it's not my business that you feel a way about it. You just go ahead. Stay on your doorstep with that shit. Now, be a witch about that. Be witched about that. Okay? Because you ain't creative enough. That's why you're blocked. I think you're teaching your counterpart how to stop blocking it in their own way. Too many people's opinions matter to you. You care too much about what people think or how you look to other people. That is witchcraft. That is manipulation at its finest. You don't have to give a damn. What's more pleasing is what makes God happy. What makes God happy is that you tell the truth even if it's against yourself. Okay? Not like give your enemies the upper hand, but like tell the truth. Like keep it real, keep it integral. Don't put nothing before me and don't put nothing above me. Okay? And you'll always be under my umbrella. I'll protect you. The more you think of me, the more I remember you. Right? Right. And I'm going to stop right here because I'll keep going. And I don't want to bore you to fuck to death. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.